leftover brownies. So, what can we do about that? Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Viewpoint. So in today's episode of testing recipe, we are going to use leftover brownies that we baked last week. In fact, this recipe is actually from a box that we bought from the supermarket, and well, if you guys watch our previous episode on, I think, Scratch vs. Box, we've concluded that this brownie, only in terms of taste, it did not do so well. So that is why you can see there's a lot of leftovers here. And I'm not trying to waste it at all because I'm not the type of person to waste food. So what we're gonna do today is trying to make something better. So in this case, we're gonna make brownie pudding. We've got an online recipe. I'll link it down below for you guys to check out. They've even included a recipe of their own to make brownies. However, let me just say this. Their brownie recipe, in terms of quantity, looks like double the amount of this. I mean, you can see that this brownie is very thin, right? So if you put it in the same pan size as this, their brownie should be like at least double the size in terms of thickness. So yeah. So in any case, because they also have their, their brownie pudding recipe as well at the end, we are going to use only that part of the recipe because we're going to use our leftover brownies instead, and cut all the quantity of the ingredients by half because their brownie quantity is double. Therefore, we're gonna cut half of the brownie pudding recipe. Okay, so I've prepared all the ingredients necessary for it. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So first step is to cut the brownies into small cubes. Less than 1 inch is ideal. And place them in a large bowl. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and spray a 9 by 13 inch pan with non-stick spray. I think in this case I don't have any cooking spray, so I'm gonna use oil instead, cooking oil. Step 2. Crack the eggs into the large bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a whisk attachment and whisk on low speed until the eggs are broken up. Add the vanilla and almond extracts, the cinnamon, salt, sugar, milk and cream, and mix on low until everything is well mixed. Okay, so in this case, I also do not have any stand mixer, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my hand and a whisk. Step 3. Pour the custard over the brownie pieces in the bowl, tossing gently to coat. Add the chopped chocolate to the bowl and toss everything together a few times so it's well mixed. Scoop the brownie bread pudding into the prepared pan and arrange it into an even layer. Step 4. Bake the bread pudding at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the size of the pan you use. The bread pudding is done when it's golden around the edges, crunchy on top, crunchy, and the pudding barely jiggles in the center of the pan. It should feel almost set. Alright fam, so I've placed the brownie pudding mixture into the oven and it's now still cooking for 30 minutes. So meanwhile, while we're waiting for that brownie mixture, why not we make something to accompany the brownie pudding itself. So we are going to make brownie milkshake right now. Just 3 ingredients: brownie, ice cream and milk. The ratio of ice cream to milk is 16:1. So if I use 4 cups of ice cream, it'll be a 1/4 cup of milk. And brownie wise, the recipe mentioned to use 2 pieces of brownie. Not too sure how heavy those brownie are going to be. So we are going to use 2/3 of the half of brownie left over that we have here right now. This brownie is actually created by us 1 week ago from a recipe that we found online. I'll link down below in the description box for you guys to find out and check out the recipe. It's actually from laurainthekitchen.com, so if you guys know her, she's a big YouTuber. She has an excellent brownie recipe for you guys to follow. So yeah, so right now we're gonna make brownie milkshake as quickly as we can. Right, so we have the blender right here. I'm gonna put all the mixture into this blender and then go into the kitchen and then blend it all over. Once that's over, I'm gonna bring it back and show it to you guys, the end product. So let's do this. Alright guys, here we are. This is the brownie milkshake, and oh, the smell! You can literally smell all the chocolate from the ice cream, the brownie. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna delay anymore. Let's have a taste. Yes. Wow. The brownie cuts through everything, including the ice cream and milk, and it's just good. It is a bit overwhelmingly sweet. I mean, if you guys like milkshake, it shouldn't be a problem, but for those who doesn't like sweets that much, I think you should not try this at all. Now, the bitterness from the dark chocolate, the Belgian dark chocolate that is within the brownie itself is totally gone, but you can still taste the flavor of the brownie. I wish that I can still taste the bitterness of the dark chocolate, but as expected, it's still too much ice cream to brownie ratio. But it's okay, I still like it. If this were to be sold, like this quantity of milkshake, to be sold in like fast food restaurants in Singapore, it's probably gonna cost like around $12. Probably more than that, because you have to make the brownies, then you have to put ice cream, then you have to add milk. The brownie itself is really quite costly actually, to be honest. Especially like if it's like a scratch recipe kind of brownie. Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap. So adding all that together with, you know, the man hours to make this, selling this much of a milkshake in Singapore is gonna be very expensive. So that's why, you know, might as well just make yourself, if you have the time and the ingredients at home. I'm gonna go and check on the brownie pudding, see if it's already cooked. I'll see you guys in a while. Alright guys, here's the brownie pudding. So it's already fully cooked for 30 minutes only. When I poke it through using a wooden stick, it came out clean. So that means the custard is fully cooked. So all we have to do right now is to cut it open and have a taste. So let's do this. And I brought a knife. Alright, so time to cut. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a small section. Oh, wow. It's very soft. I mean, it is custard. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a small piece. Maybe. Ooh, that would. Oh, yeah. Okay. Probably for those who are seeing this at home right now, you may be thinking, why the hell am I cutting it so small like that? But I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I mean, this is like too much for one person, to be honest. So I'm just gonna have a bit and taste it. Okay. Hopefully the oil is enough. Or maybe I need to actually let it cool down a bit more longer. Okay, you know what? I think I should let it cool down a bit more longer because I only cooled it down for right now 10 minutes. Yeah, let's go for another 20 and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, so 20 minutes has passed and alright, okay. So it's way much more cooler compared to 20 minutes ago. So I'm guessing it's much more easier to take it out. So I'm gonna take it out and taste this brownie pudding, guys. So hopefully it turns out good. So I'm gonna take it out now. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Wow, that is interesting. Have a look, guys. I hope this works. You can see that it's moist. Like very moist. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's taste it. Wow. Okay. The brownies themselves, this was from a box recipe. So in terms of brownie flavor, it was just okay. But when we turned this into a brownie pudding, first obviously because of the custard, the texture becomes so much more softer. I didn't even have to munch at all. It just absorbs everything. Secondly, the cinnamon flavor is definitely quite strong because I do have residual effects of the cinnamon flavor on my tongue. So it's definitely there. And thirdly, because brownies tend to be sweet, now when we put it into the custard formation, it just becomes savory and sweet. I don't know how to describe this. Okay, if you've tried chocolate egg tarts, this is how chocolate egg tart tastes like. It's just the filling itself, but with addition of brownies. Literally, eating it on its own is good. Really, the recipe for the pudding, it's superb. So far, we've made only 2 recipes that we've got from online, and these 2 never failed us. 100% success. So since this is a testing recipe episode, so I'm gonna rank in terms of time, cost and flavor. So time wise, it took me 20 minutes to gather all the ingredients, mix them up and put it into the oven, and another 30 minutes to bake it. So all in all, it took me less than 1 hour to bake this, given if we have leftover brownies. Now, so in that case, with leftover brownies, I'm gonna rank this, I'll give it a score of 8 out of 10 for time. Cost wise, that one whole box of brownies, it cost us less than $5 just for that one pan of brownies. So it's very cheap. So in terms of cost, I'm gonna give it around 7. So the flavor points, I'm gonna give it around 8 because of the added sugar, cinnamon and vanilla. So yeah, 8 for flavor wise. Okay, so total points, 8 plus 7 plus 8, that's a total of 23 out of 30 points. That's the highest so far, really. So today you guys got 2 recipes that you can make with leftover brownies: the brownie pudding obviously, and the brownie milkshake. So you guys, I'm gonna link down the 2 recipes for you guys to check it out and make it at home. Alright, so if you guys love to watch more of these kind of videos, please do help support us by subscribing to the channel, and of course give it a like and share with your friends. And that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.